Unboxing is Birthday Soup by Grace Seo Chang, Seo, illustrated by Jaime King, and the recipe is by David Chang. It's Birthday Soup and it's published by Viking. So I don't know if this is a Korean author. Chang makes me think it's Chinese, but the soup, as you can see, has seaweed. And in Korean culture, because it was my birthday recently, in Korean culture, there's a soup called mukguk, and it's a seaweed soup with beef in it. And you're supposed to eat it. There's 2 times you're supposed to eat it. It's nursing mothers are supposed to eat the soup, and you're supposed to eat it on your birthday. And it's because, 1, it's a very delicious soup, and 2, with the seaweed, which is basically wakame seaweed, is the Japanese name for it. It's like very healthy and also delicious. And so it's like, if you eat this soup on your birthday, it's like going to give you a long life. I think that's the belief. And I know when I was at my sister-in-law's and it was my brother-in-law's birthday, she made the soup for him for his birthday. Actually, no one made the soup for me for my birthday, but honestly, that soup is one of my favorite soups to eat. So I was reading about it in a Korean cookbook thinking, I didn't eat that on my birthday, but I'm sure I will. I'm going to California in a couple of weeks, and I will probably have it there. So let's see. Is she Korean? Yes. She is. This is the same soup. Mukguk. So it is about celebrating your birthday, and they're making this special soup. And it's a Korean family. Appa is Korean for father, and Uma is Korean for mother. And they are, so yeah, you soak the seaweed. So usually you soak the seaweed, and then the way I was taught is they pour the water out. But I actually use the seaweed water because as long as there's no sand in it, I feel like the seaweed water has a little bit of flavor. So you use the seaweed, and then you cook it with beef. We just use like a hunk of steak. That's what my mother-in-law says. The better the steak, the better the soup. So I use ribeye, a chunk of ribeye like that. And then you flavor it, actually. She uses sesame seed oil. You actually flavor it with soy sauce, but there's now a new special soy sauce that we refer to as the magic soy sauce. It's just like, it's a game changer. And it's soy sauce that you get in the Korean market that's specifically for soup. And it's more savory and more salty, because otherwise the soup can be a little bit, diluted tasting. But you put the soy sauce in, and sometimes it needs extra salt. And it really just it just turns it up a notch. I'm telling you, this special. And then, yes, I use garlic. I use a fair amount of garlic because I like garlic. There's another way to make the soup that my sister-in-law said her mother-in-law taught her. Her mother-in-law in Korea. And the region that her mother-in-law is in, they cook the seaweed. They kind of stir fry the seaweed after it's soaked in sesame seed oil. And then they don't really use beef. And she says, it's just another way to make it. And maybe in that area, beef was too expensive, or they didn't have access to beef. So the flavor is less strong. But when I make it the way my mother-in-law taught me, and she's from Seoul. I mean, they're all from Seoul, but I think where they actually were from are different parts of Korea. And my mother-in-law was from North Korea, but then she grew up in the very south of Korea. We don't use sesame seed oil. So it's just a lot of garlic, a lot of the seaweed, the wakame, but there's a Korean name for it. The soup, soy sauce, salt, and really for her, it's all about the beef, plenty of beef. And then after you cook the soup and the beef, you cut it up, the beef small, and then you eat the beef with the soup. And here, her birthday feast has the soup, but also has other things, all kinds, pizza, tacos, noodles. Noodles is also a symbol of long life. There's kimchi, and then there's these beautiful, these are fruit kebabs. Yeah, but there's also a Korean dish where it's colorful, but it's all savory. And so there's a birthday cake. And her name is Maya, which is similar to my name. And then the soup recipe is by David Chang, who is Korean. And then there's also another version of it that's Grace's mom's recipe. So Grace also must be Korean. And hers has potato in it and sesame seed oil. So yes, there must be different versions of it. His has fish sauce, so I don't use fish sauce or sesame seed oil. And then she also references the Korean soup soy sauce, which if you go to the Korean market, it doesn't say it's soup soy sauce. It, but it looks, I don't know. I just know because I know what her bottle looks like, and I bought the same one. So it looks like this. It literally looks like this. It's got like a brown. It's a little bit taller though. It's got the brown label. Anyway, birthday soup. Yes, it is. It is a tradition and a delicious one. So thank you to, was it Astra? No, Viking. Thank you to Viking for sending me birthday soup, and thank you for watching.